Ladies and gentlemen, there comes a season in your life where you will discover that the call of destiny is not crowded, it is not noisy. It is not filled with applause. It is often quiet, lonely, and misunderstood. Because when you are chosen, you cannot walk the same path that everybody else walks. You cannot settle where everybody else settles. You cannot live by the approval of the crowd because the hand of God has set you apart for something greater. Walking alone is not punishment, it is preparation. It is in the solitude that God sharpens your vision, develops your resilience, and teaches you to rely fully on Him. It is when you are misunderstood and left standing by yourself that you begin to understand what it means to be carried by divine strength. Many people crave the comfort of company, but not everyone can handle the weight of your calling. Some were only meant to walk with you for a season, not for the journey. And if you spend your life begging people to stay, you will miss the beauty of walking into destiny with the one who never leaves. Do not despise the lonely road, because the lonely road is where you discover the greatness within you. Do not cry over doors that closed, because those doors closed to push you into the one door that will never shut. Do not mourn the people who walked away. God is about to surround you with those who are assigned to your destiny, not just attracted to your presence. Walking alone is the price of being chosen. And when you finally arrive at the place that God has prepared for you, you will realize that every tear, every rejection, every lonely night was not wasted, was the currency that purchased your strength. It was the shaping tool that built your character. It was the evidence that you are not ordinary, you are chosen. So lift up your head, straighten your back, and keep walking. Even if the road feels empty, keep walking. Even if no one understands you, keep walking. Because the one who called you will never forsake you. And when the chosen walk alone, they are never truly alone. They are walking with destiny itself. There comes a time in every person's journey when the path begins to narrow. The laughter fades, the familiar voices grow silent, and suddenly what once felt like a crowd becomes a solitary walk. It is in that moment that many ask, why am I alone? Did I do something wrong? Am I being punished? But the truth is, walking alone is not punishment. It is preparation. It is God's way of shaping, molding, and preparing you for the weight of the destiny that lies ahead. When you are chosen, you cannot walk the way everyone else walks. You cannot blend in with the crowd because your assignment is different. Your path has been marked, and the road carved out for you is not the same as those around you. The seasons of isolation are not there to destroy you, but to develop you. They are meant to take you away from distractions, away from false voices, away from the noise of approval and applause, so that you can hear the still, small voice of God guiding you into the fullness of who you are meant to be. Too often, people mistake solitude for rejection. They think that being left out means being unloved, or that walking alone means being forgotten. But what if the opposite were true? What if the solitude is proof that you are seen, proof that you are called, proof that you are being entrusted with something greater than what others can carry? Sometimes God has to pull you away from the crowd so He can pour into you in private. Because the things that are birthed in silence, the lessons learned in hidden places, those are the very things that will sustain you when you step into the spotlight. No great tree grows overnight. It spends years with roots hidden beneath the soil, unseen by the eye, silently digging deeper and spreading wider. Nobody praises the roots, but without them, the tree cannot stand. Likewise, when God calls you into a season of walking alone, He is growing your roots. He is stabilizing you so that when the winds of life blow, you will not topple. He is strengthening you so that when you stand tall, your fruit will endure. Walking alone is preparation because it teaches you dependence. When no one else is around to encourage you, you learn to encourage yourself. When there is no hand to hold, you discover that the hand of God has been holding you all along. When there is no applause, you learn that your validation comes not from people, but from the one who created you. Solitude strips away every false source of strength and forces you to find your foundation in the eternal. It is in those seasons of loneliness that you learn who you truly are. When the noise dies down, when the crowd disappears, when the phone stops ringing, you meet yourself in ways you never could. When you were surrounded by others, you discover your resilience, your hidden talents, your untapped strength. You realize that you are capable of more than you thought, not because you are independent, because you have been answered in God. Do not confuse isolation with abandonment. You are not abandoned, you are being prepared. Preparation often feels uncomfortable. Preparation requires stripping away the unnecessary, breaking habits, removing people who cannot go where you are going. Preparation is rarely glamorous. If you endure the season of preparation, you will be equipped to step into the season of elevation. Some of the greatest moments in history were born in solitude. Leaders were formed in caves, prophets were shaped in deserts, visionaries were sharpened in obscurity. It was not crowds that made them great, it was solitude that made them strong. It was not applause that defined them, it was their ability to keep walking even when no one walked with them. Walking alone teaches you endurance. It teaches you patience. It teaches you to keep moving even when the road is quiet and the journey feels long. Because destiny is not built on shortcuts, it is built on consistency, perseverance, and faith. Walking alone is how you learn to carry the weight of responsibility without crumbling under pressure. It is how you build the inner fortitude to lead when the time comes. And when you finally arrive at the place that you were prepared for, you will look back and realize that every lonely night had purpose. Every tear watered your growth. Every rejection was protection. Every moment of silence was an investment in your future strength. You will thank God that He did not allow you to remain in places where you would have settled. He did not let everyone stay who could not handle your destiny, that He pulled you aside so He could pour into you. Do not despise the season of walking alone. Do not mistake it for punishment. See it for what it truly is, divine preparation. It is the classroom where wisdom is taught, the workshop where character is built, the training ground where faith is exercised. The road may feel empty, but it is not barren. Something powerful is growing inside you, and when the time is right, it will be revealed. You may feel forgotten. You are not forgotten. You may feel unseen, but heaven sees you. You may feel unsupported, but God Himself is your support. When the world finally sees the fullness of who you are becoming, they will not understand the cost of your preparation. They will only see the strength, the grace, and the power that came from walking through seasons of solitude. Walking alone is not a punishment. It is a privilege. It means that God trusts you enough to separate you, to prepare you, to take you through the refining fire so that when you emerge, you shine with authenticity and strength. It means that you were chosen for something higher, something greater, something beyond the ordinary. So walk with confidence. Even if the road feels lonely, keep walking. Even if friends walk away, keep walking. Even if the silence feels heavy, keep walking. Because every step you take in solitude is leading you closer to destiny. And when you reach it, you will stand strong, knowing that the season of walking alone was never wasted. It was the very thing that prepared you for the greatness of being chosen. Life is a journey. Every journey has seasons, stages, and shifts. Along the way, we meet people who walk with us for a time. Some encourage us, some challenge us, some even wound us. But every person has a role to play. Yet here lies the truth that many resist. Everyone is meant to go with you into the next season of your life. Some are only meant for a chapter, not the whole story. Some are scaffolding necessary for the building process, but never meant to remain when the structure is complete. It is painful when we first realize this. We hold on to people because of history, because of memories, because of comfort. But history does not equal destiny. Just because someone was with you yesterday does not mean they are assigned to you tomorrow. And if you try to drag everyone with you into the future, you will weigh yourself down with unnecessary baggage. Destiny is a narrow road, and you cannot take everybody with you. Look at your own life. Some people were there in childhood but are no longer there now. Some friends you thought were forever slowly faded into the distance. Some relationships you prayed would last came to an unexpected end. And though it hurt at the time, when you look back, you realize it had to be that way. Why? Because not everyone can handle the weight of where you are going. Not everyone has the strength, the mindset, faith to step into the future you are destined for. Think about the eagle. When it begins to soar, it cannot carry every bird with it. Some birds can only fly low. They are not designed for the heights. If the eagle tried to carry them, it would cripple its own flight. Likewise, when God begins to elevate you, you must accept that not everyone around you can handle the altitude. Some people are only comfortable on the ground. And if you are not careful, they will try to keep you grounded too. Not everyone is meant to go with you, because some people are tied to the old version of you. They only know who you used to be. They are comfortable with your weakness, your mistakes, your yesterday. But when you begin to grow, when you begin to step into a stronger, wiser, more powerful version of yourself, they become uncomfortable. They cannot celebrate your growth because it reminds them of their own stagnation. If you allow their discomfort to dictate your steps, you will remain stuck in the old season. There are people who loved you as long as you were broken because your brokenness made them feel needed. But the moment you healed, they became threatened. There are people who celebrated your smallness because your smallness kept them comfortable. The moment you grew, they began to resent you. And if you spend your life trying to explain yourself to people who are not assigned to your future, you will drain yourself dry. When God calls you higher, He will also call you lighter. He will strip away the excess weight, the unnecessary attachments. The people who cannot handle the pressure of the next level, it will feel like loss, but it is actually protection. It will feel like rejection. It is really direction. Because if the wrong people go with you into the next season, they can sabotage your progress. Some would drain your energy. Some would plant seeds of doubt. Some would secretly hope for your failure. God removes them not to hurt you, but to save you. You must learn the wisdom of release. Release does not mean bitterness. Release does not mean hatred. Release simply means acknowledging that their role in your life has been completed. It means blessing them for the chapter they walked with you, refusing to keep them beyond their season. You do not have to demonize them to release them. You just have to accept that they are not destined for the road ahead. The truth is, destiny requires separation. Abraham had to leave his family to step into promise. Joseph had to be separated from his brothers in order to fulfill his dream. Jesus himself often withdrew from the crowds to fulfill his mission. If separation was necessary for them, why would it be different for you? Walking with the wrong people will cost you your peace, your focus, and your future. But walking with the right people, those who are truly assigned to you, will multiply your strength. The right people will not compete with you. They will celebrate you. The right people will not pull you backward. They will push you forward. The right people will not resent your calling. They will recognize it. That is why you must allow the wrong ones to leave so the right ones can enter. It is not your job to beg people to stay. If someone can walk away, let them walk. If someone cannot see your worth, let them go. If someone cannot celebrate your growth, release them, because holding on to the wrong people will blind you to the right ones. And the truth is, those who are truly meant for you will not have to be forced. They will walk with you willingly. Not everyone is meant to go with you. You are not meant to go alone either. In the right season, God will send the right companions, those who carry the same vision, the same faith, the same determination. You may lose some along the way, but what you gain will far outweigh what you lost. The temporary pain of letting go is nothing compared to the eternal joy of walking in purpose with the right people. So if you find yourself in a season where relationships are shifting, where people are leaving, where connections are breaking, do not despair. Do not cling to what is falling apart. Trust that it is happening for a reason. Trust that you are being refined for greater things. Trust that the pruning is making room for better fruit. You are going somewhere. You are being prepared for heights you cannot even imagine. You cannot take everybody with you. Some people are not built for the climb. Some people are not equipped for the journey. Some people are not aligned with the vision, and that is okay. Release them with grace and keep moving forward. Because the truth is, if they were truly meant for your destiny, they would still be walking beside you. And if they are not, it simply means that your paths were never designed to remain joined forever. Trust the separation, embrace the release. Walk forward boldly, knowing that every step you take is leading you closer to purpose. Not everyone is meant to go with you, but those who are meant will never leave. And in the end, when you reach the place God has destined for you, you will look around and see that those who remain are the ones who were truly chosen to walk with you. Not by convenience, not by history, by divine assignment. Rejection is one of the most painful experiences a human heart can endure. It cuts deep because it strikes at our sense of worth, our desire to belong, our need to be seen and valued. Whether it comes from a relationship that ends, a door that closes, a friend who walks away, or an opportunity that slips through our fingers, rejection has a way of leaving us wounded and questioning ourselves. But what if rejection isn't the end? What if rejection is not a punishment, but a pathway? What if every rejection you have faced was not meant to break you, but to redirect you? You see, rejection is often God's way of guiding you out of something that would have harmed you, limited you, or diminished you, and pointing you towards something better, greater, and more aligned with your true destiny. We cry over the doors that close because we do not yet see the doors that are about to open. We mourn over people who walk away because we forget that their presence may have hindered our growth. We grieve the jobs, the relationships, opportunities we lost because we cannot imagine anything beyond them. But God sees what we cannot. He knows the path ahead. And sometimes the only way He can get us to move forward is by allowing rejection to push us out of what we would have otherwise clung to forever. Think about it. Some of the greatest breakthroughs in history were born out of rejection. The stone that the builders rejected became the cornerstone. The people who were cast aside became leaders. The voices that were silenced rose to shake nations. Why? Because rejection does not define your worth. It defines your direction, pushes you out of the comfort zone, and forces you into the place where you were truly meant to be. Rejection hurts, yes, but pain has purpose. Pain awakens us to possibilities we would never have considered if everything had gone according to our plan. Sometimes it takes the sting of rejection to free us from relationships that were toxic, from jobs that were too small for our calling, from environments that kept us shackled in mediocrity. Without rejection, we would have stayed comfortable, stagnant, unaware of the greater doors waiting for us. If you are honest, you can look back at your life and see moments where what felt like the worst thing at the time turned out to be the best thing in disguise. Breakup you thought would destroy you made space for a healthier, more loving relationship. That opportunity you lost paved the way for a greater one that aligned with your gifts. That friendship that ended made room for people who genuinely supported your growth. At the time it hurt. Now you can see that rejection was really redirection. Rejection is not a dead end. It is a detour. It is God's way of rerouting you toward purpose. When one door closes, it is because another door, better, stronger, and more suited to your future, is about to open. But here is the challenge. Many people get stuck staring at the closed door, crying over what they lost, angry over who left, bitter about what did not work out. Because they are so focused on what ended, they miss the beginning of something new. You must learn to shift your perspective. Instead of asking, why did they reject me? Begin to ask, what is this rejection redirecting me toward? Instead of asking, why did this door close? Ask, where is the next door I am supposed to walk through? That small shift in mindset turns rejection into revelation. It transforms pain into power. Rejection is not about your worth. You are not less valuable because someone did not choose you. You are not less gifted because an opportunity did not come through. You are not less deserving because a relationship ended. Rejection does not decrease your value. It simply means that the place, person, or situation you were trying to fit into was not aligned with who you are or who you are becoming. Think of a puzzle piece. If you try to force it into the wrong spot, it will never fit, no matter how much you push. That does not mean the piece is broken. It does not mean the piece is worthless. It simply means it belongs somewhere else. Likewise, when you face rejection, it does not mean you are broken or unworthy. It means you were trying to fit where you did not belong. And instead of letting you settle, redirects you to the place where you truly fit, the place designed for you. Rejection is also protection. Sometimes God uses rejection to protect you from dangers you cannot see. That job you didn't get may have looked glamorous on the outside, but could have crushed your spirit. That relationship you were desperate to save may have seemed perfect in the moment, but would have drained your joy. That opportunity you wanted so badly may have pulled you away from your true calling. You see, rejection keeps you from what you think you want so that you can receive what you truly need. And here's the beautiful part. Every rejection carries within it the seed of redirection. If you can embrace it instead of resisting it, if you can trust it instead of fighting it, rejection will become your guide. It will point you toward growth, toward maturity, toward destiny. What you thought was a loss will reveal itself to be a setup for something far greater. So the next time rejection knocks on your door, do not collapse under its weight. Do not internalize it as failure. Do not allow it to convince you that you are unworthy. Instead, lift your head and declare, this is not the end. This is a redirection. This is a new beginning. Yes, rejection stings. Yes, rejection hurts. But the pain is temporary. The redirection is eternal. You may not understand it in the moment, but time will show you that what you thought was breaking you was actually building you. What you thought was blocking you was actually guiding you. What you thought was rejection was really God saying, I have something better for you. And when you finally walk into that better place, when you meet the people who truly value you, when you step into opportunities that match your gifts, when you enter the spaces that align with your calling, you will look back and thank God for every rejection. Because without it, you would have settled. Without it, you would have stopped short. Without it, you would have missed your true path. Rejection is not your enemy. It is your compass. It is the hand of destiny pushing you where you belong. It is not punishment. It is protection. It is not failure. It is guidance. It is not the end. It is the beginning of something greater. So do not despise rejection. Embrace it. Trust it. Follow where it leads. Because rejection is not the final chapter of your story. It is simply the turning of the page. And the next chapter is going to reveal why every no you faced was really God's way of saying, this is not your door, because I have prepared something better. To be chosen is both a privilege and a burden. It is an honor because it means you have been set apart, singled out, and trusted with something extraordinary. But it is also a weight because what rests on your shoulders is not light. It cannot be carried casually. It cannot be handled with indifference. The chosen are called to carry a unique weight, a weight of responsibility, a weight of vision, a weight of destiny that others cannot understand. This is why your life is different. This is why your journey does not look like everyone else's. While others may move easily, while others may live carelessly, you carry something within you that demands discipline, resilience, and sacrifice. You do not have the luxury of fitting in with the crowd because you were never designed to be ordinary. You are carrying an assignment, and that assignment is heavy. When you are chosen, your shoulders must be strong enough to bear pressure. The chosen do not simply live for themselves. They live for purpose. Their choices echo beyond their own lives. Their obedience impacts generations. Their faith carries nations. And because of that, the chosen often endure seasons of hardship, loneliness, and misunderstanding. It is not because they are cursed. It is because they are carrying a unique weight. Consider the weight of vision. When you see what others cannot see, when you dream dreams that others cannot comprehend, it sets you apart. People may laugh at you, dismiss you, or label you as unrealistic. The weight of vision is not meant for them. It was entrusted to you. To carry vision means you must walk forward when no one else believes. You must keep building even when no one else sees the blueprint. That weight can feel crushing at times. It is proof that you are chosen to birth something greater than yourself. The chosen also carry the weight of responsibility. Ordinary people can quit easily. The chosen cannot. Ordinary people can live only for pleasure, but the chosen must live with purpose. The chosen are held to a higher standard, not because they are better, but because their lives are instruments for something greater. When you are chosen, your decisions matter. Compromise affects more than just you. It affects the destiny you are carrying. And that responsibility is heavy. The chosen also carry the weight of isolation. Not everyone can understand your calling, and not everyone is meant to walk beside you. Many will not see the value of what you carry until it is fully manifested. Until then, you may find yourself walking alone, misunderstood, even rejected. But isolation is not evidence of abandonment, it is evidence of separation. It is God's way of pulling you away from the noise so He can strengthen you to carry what others cannot. And then there is the weight of opposition. The chosen often find themselves attacked, resisted, and opposed. Why? Because what you carry threatens the darkness. Your very existence disrupts mediocrity. Your assignment challenges the status quo, and because of that, you face battles others do not face. Do not mistake the intensity of your warfare as a sign of weakness. It is a sign of weight. The greater the calling, the greater the conflict. The heavier the assignment, the stronger the resistance. With every unique weight comes unique strength. You were not chosen to be crushed. You were chosen to carry. And the one who placed the weight on your shoulders is the same one who empowers you to bear it. You may feel pressed, but you will not be destroyed. You may feel weary, but you will not collapse. Because God equips those He calls. He strengthens those He chooses. When you embrace the weight of being chosen, you also embrace the reward. The chosen are not burdened in vain. Sacrifices produce fruit. Their struggles birth strength. Their tears water destiny. Weight you carry today is preparing you for the glory that will be revealed tomorrow. The rejection, the loneliness, the battles, they are all part of the process of shaping you into the vessel strong enough to pour out what God has placed within you. Do not envy those who walk lightly, for their load is not yours. Do not resent the fact that your path is harder, your road steeper, your nights longer. You are not cursed. You are carrying something rare. You are carrying a weight that only you were designed to handle. Others may not understand it. They may mock you, abandon you, or question why you endure. But when the fullness of your destiny is revealed, the same people who doubted you will marvel at what you carried. Yes, the weight is heavy. Yes, the road is hard. Yes, the cost is high. The reward is worth it. To be chosen means your life will matter. To be chosen means your journey will count. To be chosen means that though you may stumble, you will not fall. Though you may bend, you will not break. Though you may cry, you will not quit. Because chosen ones are sustained not by human strength, but by divine strength. So lift your head, chosen one, straighten your back, square your shoulders, and carry the weight with courage. Do not despise it. Do not resent it. Do not run from it. Embrace it, knowing that you were built for this. You were designed for this. You were chosen for this. The chosen carry a unique weight, but that weight is not your downfall. It is your crown. It is the evidence of your calling, the sign of your destiny, the mark of your greatness. Others may never understand the burden you bear, but when the time comes, the world will see the glory that your weight produced. Loneliness is one of the most common battles of the human heart. We all know what it feels like to sit in a crowded room yet feel invisible, to be surrounded by voices yet hear only silence inside, to walk through seasons where it seems like everyone who once stood with us has drifted away. Loneliness can make you question your worth, your purpose, and even your future. It whispers lies that you have been forgotten, abandoned, or left behind. You are never truly alone. The feeling of loneliness is real, but it does not define the reality of your life. People may come and go, but God never leaves. Seasons may shift, but His presence remains. The crowd may turn away, but His hand stays upon you. Though you may feel deserted, you are divinely accompanied. Many of the greatest figures in history and faith knew what it meant to walk alone in the eyes of people, yet they were never truly alone. They discovered a deeper truth that in the quiet, in the hidden places, in the midnight hours, there is a presence that abides. And that presence strengthens, guides, and carries you when no one else can. When you are chosen for a unique calling, there will be seasons where others cannot walk with you. They may not understand the vision burning inside you. They may not comprehend the weight you carry. They may not even recognize the value of your journey. And in those times, you may feel abandoned. But solitude is not abandonment. It is the stage where God reveals himself as your constant companion. You are never truly alone because even in your lowest valleys, God is walking beside you. When friends vanish, he remains. When family misunderstands you, he understands perfectly. When the world says, you're on your own, heaven whispers, I am with you always. Sometimes God allows the crowd to fade so that you will discover the closeness of his presence. If people never left, doors never closed, if support never shifted, you might never know what it is to lean fully on him. It is in the absence of others that the reality of his nearness is revealed. The nights you cried alone were the nights he held you. The moments you thought you would collapse were the moments his unseen hand carried you. You are never truly alone because purpose is with you. The vision inside of you keeps you company even when others cannot. Destiny itself walks with you, urging you forward, reminding you that your story is not finished. Every lonely step is still a step toward fulfillment. Every solitary road still leads to the place prepared for you. You are never truly alone because strength grows in solitude. Some of your deepest growth happens not in the crowd, but in the quiet. It is in the silence that resilience is built. It is in the hidden seasons that character is forged. It is when you think you are by yourself that God is shaping you into someone who cannot be shaken. The solitude you fear is the very soil where your strength is planted. You are never truly alone because even when people walk away, you are surrounded by divine provision. The right voices, the right resources, the right helpers will appear in due time. But until then, you are held by a presence greater than all of them combined. You do not walk unsupported. You do not stand abandoned. Every step you take is accompanied by a God who promised never to forsake you. And you are never truly alone because your life is bigger than your current season. What you feel now is not forever. The loneliness you feel today will one day give way to connection, alignment, and purpose. Isolation you endure now is building the foundation for relationships that are healthier, stronger, and aligned with your destiny. You may feel alone in this chapter, but the author is still writing and the story is far from over. So the next time loneliness whispers that you are forgotten, silence it with the truth. You are chosen, you are called, you are accompanied. You are never truly alone. The presence of God fills every room you enter, crowded or empty. His Spirit walks with you into every season, through the mountaintops and through the valleys. His love wraps around you like a covering that cannot be removed. You are never truly alone because every tear you cry is seen. Every prayer you whisper is heard. Every sigh of your heart is understood. You may feel invisible to people, but you are never invisible to God. He counts every step. He catches every tear. He knows every detail of your life. Even when others overlook you, heaven is paying attention. And when the time comes, the same God who walked with you in solitude will reveal to the world that you were never alone. The strength you gained in isolation will become evident. The character that was forged in the quiet will shine in the open. The tears that fell in silence will become testimony in public. Everyone who thought you were abandoned will see that you were being carried all along. You are never truly alone, even in the hardest battles. When you feel like giving up, he is the strength to keep going. When your heart feels heavy, he is the comfort that lifts it. When your path feels unclear, he is the light guiding your next step. You may not see him with your eyes, but you will feel him in your spirit. His presence is the invisible companion that never leaves your side. So walk boldly, even if you walk quietly. Stand tall, even if you stand seemingly by yourself. Rest assured that you are not abandoned. You are not forsaken. You are not walking through this life unsupported. You are accompanied by divine presence, carried by divine strength, and guided by divine purpose. You are never truly alone. And when you look back, you will realize that the seasons you feared the most, the nights you cried, the days you felt invisible, were the very seasons when you were the most held, the most guided, the most loved.